Hey everyone, this is Ken back with another tutorial on a fully compact large pumpkin and watermelon farm. So before I get into the details, let me show you how this works. We have a large chest right here in front of us and a button here on the right that's going to break those pumpkins and melons all at once, which is great. Now what makes this different is the fact that if you haven't noticed, all the pumpkins and melons have disappeared, which is a good sign because all of it is going right into this chest. Look at that, that's awesome. As you can see, we have a full stack and about 15 pumpkin heads, which is great. So let's get down to the mechanics. What I'm using is a minecart system that goes back and forth. Now I'm using all the materials at full efficiency. So let's get on the materials we're going to use for this build. We're going to use some dirt, a block of your choice, a half slab, a lever, a chest, a piston, a dropper, a hopper, a cart hopper, some water, redstone dust, redstone torch, a repeater, a comparator, some rails, and of course some power rails. Now I want you to dig a hole about 3 blocks deep and 21 long and 7 wide. Now this is the only point that we actually go down 1 more block. Once you delete those 2 from the wall, I want you to place a block right in front of the first one, delete that one, and get your torch ready. You're going to place it right in front of that block and right on top of that one right there. And some redstone underneath to turn off that torch. Once you've done that, get your comparators, place 1 there and then 4 on the side. Perfect. Now let's get our droppers ready. We're going to place 2 right on top of that torch. 1 and then 2. Now get your hoppers ready. You're going to place 4 going in the direction of that one right there. See? Straight into that hopper. Straight into that dropper. Once you've done that, place a block in front of the comparators and then right on top as well. Just on 4 of them. So that one, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now place some torches, well, repeaters right in front of those blocks, torches right underneath that, and a block right on top of that to activate the repeaters. Once you've done that, place a chest right on top of that hopper, well, dropper. And at this point, I want you to get a block of your choice and place it from this point in front of that all the way to the back of the wall, 1 block from the wall, and repeat that 4 times. You should have this kind of layout at this point. Now you could use a torch if you want to, but if you want to be more, economize, use a lever. They're easier to make and cheaper. Now when you place a block right on top of that, now at this point we're going to start using our rails and power rails. Now the reason I don't use a lot of power rails is because we really don't need it. And the whole point of this is to use the efficiency and really use the most out of each material that we use. Now remember to place a rail on each corner and then regular rails in between. You see? Just like so. And once you've done, it should look just like this. Now get your dirt ready. Alright, we're going to place it. Hold on, let me get our regular pistons. We're going to place it right on top of the regular rails. Now this is very important. Make sure you do not place any dirt on top of the power rails. Now just place it side by side and I'll leave the middle empty for now. Put 2 blocks up and then put the pressure plate, well the piston the pistons right on top and stretch that 15 blocks from one end to the other and then repeat it twice on each side. See, 1 there and then repeat the same thing again. Perfect. Once you've done that, now you could cover up that section with dirt. Now you should have this kind of layout at this point. Now we're going to make our switch mechanism. It's going to give us that pulse. Place a block there, 3 blocks from the piston of the black. So this has to be on the 4th piston parallel. And stretch that 1 block up and put blocks right on top of every piston. Okay. Now remember, it has to be 3 blocks of space from the back and then 1 half slab right there. You see? So 3 blocks, and basically on the 4th block, you're gonna really add the blocks upwards. Now stream down to your parallel to the repeaters. Add 1 more, delete that, put a dust right on top of that, and a repeater facing forward. And so rest those dust straight forward from that point all the way down to the block ahead, and then add torches on top of that and 1 on top of that. Now at this point, you're just going to stream redstone dust on top of every block from the front to the back. Great. Now at this point, just add your button and the switch is ready to go. Now let's create our platform just to cover that all up. Let's cover that up. Perfect. Now at this point, let's get our dirt ready, because we're going to then cover the rest of the sides up real quick. Now I want you to count 1, 2, 3, 4 on both sides and leave a space. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, leave a space and then cover the rest. Okay, because that's where we're going to place our water blocks. Then at this point, just cover everything up to make it airtight. Fantastic. Now the reason I say count 4 blocks, because water from the point of his act could support 4 blocks of dirt in either direction. Alright, let's place the blocks of water there and there. This is as much water space you really need, to be honest. You don't need more than that. Now, once you've soiled your land, you're good to go. You can plant whatever you want, the melons, the pumpkins, whatever you feel comfortable planting at that point. Now, this is perfect for survival mode, and we use no sticky pistons. I mean, it's awesome. Very easy to make and very efficient. Now, if you guys really don't want to use a lever or a button, you guys want to have a fully automatic system where you don't have to press anything, and you have enough materials to make a light sensor, I'm going to show you how to apply that to this. Delete that block, put a regular piston, some sand or gravel, put 1 redstone dust right behind it, and then put the daylight sensor right on top, because that's going to activate that. Now I'll show you why. Make sure to put a repeater there and put it on the 2nd tick, otherwise it's not going to work. A block in front of it, a torch, then a block on top of that, a half slab like you did before. You see? That's going to activate that. But we got to delete that and add a torch, because we need that in the off motion. Okay? Now, this is the reason why I have it set up this way. Because if you really don't want a switch, but you want an automatic system, because the plants are going to grow constantly. You see, when the light turns on, it's going to create a quick pulse and break it for you. Alright, everyone, I want to thank everybody for watching. Remember to leave a comment and subscribe. Thank you.